This is a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
I'm MsFancyPantz, and we're here at Studio MIF. We're getting an exclusive interview with writer and director and owner, let's get that right, owner of Lion and Fox Productions. I've got the lovely Bianca Hutton here alongside Taurice Washington. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, of course. Now, tell us about Lion and Fox Production. That's your company. So, how did that even begin?
Well, I've always been into theater. I love theater, and I came to San Diego 5 years ago. I wanted to do something fun, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write my own plays. So I wrote it, and I thought about a cool name that's, unisex. It can be a male name. It can be a female name. It can be popular and trendy. And then my friend Taurice, I've known him way before this play stuff. And I asked him, do you want to help out? And he was so down and reliable.
Absolutely. Casting director extraordinaire.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. She writes the plays, I get the cast.
Now, how did you guys become let me finish up with Lion and Fox. So you said you wanted something generic, right?
Right.
Now, Lion and Fox, why did you choose two animals to represent versus like something, gender neutral?
Yeah, well, I'm a Leo.
Okay, so let's start with the lion right
the
there.
The lion, baby, okay? And I like lions. I like animals, and then fox. I was always told I was like a foxy girl, so I just put lion and fox together, and then it kind of, lions are strong and powerful, and foxes are clever. So there's a lot of lion and fox in my plays.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you guys met, were you always a casting director? Did you just start doing that? How did that friendship or connection even start?
Right. It started as I was acting. I acted in two of her plays, and
before Lion and Fox.
Before Lion and Fox.
Okay.
When she first started her plays, and I'm a good judge of characters. So when it comes to casting, again, the characters putting it together, that's something that comes natural for me. And she's the writer, excellent writer, and we just have a good chemistry and good teamwork. And I'm also Lion and Fox, inspired by Bulls and Wolves, coming in the game by storm, stampeding.
We like animals.
Bulls and wolves. Now, man, you guys are going to have some kind of like a trip out to Joshua Tree, right? And just invoke the spirits, right? What is your sign, right?
What's your sign?
So you started your creative directing career with Bianca.
Yes.
When did you decide that you wanted to be professional and enter into Lion and Fox Production to be a part of their team?
As soon as she started it, I was on board. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, yes. I always wanted to do that, and being in San Diego, which is paradise, LA is Hollywood, and we don't have our own scene for that. So the theater scene for her to come out, I think it was an amazing idea. So I'm all for it.
And are you originally from, Bianca, from San Diego?
No.
Where are you originally from?
Cashville, baby. Cashville, Tennessee, Tennessee, baby.
Okay.
615 all day, baby.
So how did you make your way over here to the West Coast?
Well, I ran away. No, I'm just kidding.
No human trafficking around here. Nothing. Oh.
Well, I got my master's out here in California at National University in Management. And then I was like, I might as well stay out here. It's a good place to be.
What made you, was there a pivotal moment that made you decide that San Diego is the place where you want to start your business and grow here? Or was it kind of a collective of feelings?
I think now is the moment. I think now I've realized that I'm supposed to be here, because for a while I was gonna move. I didn't know, I wasn't sure, but now it's moments like this where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in San Diego.
This is your guys' fourth play that you've done.
Yep.
Tell us about the prior three. What was the first one?
The first one was a party.
Hidden Triangle.
Oh, okay. It was a party, Hidden Triangle. What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't know what I was really doing. It was my first play. I didn't have really like any boundaries, any rules, any guidelines. I was just, young. I mean, I'm still young, but it was my first one. So we were just having fun. We were partying. He was actually in Houston, and we did some work while he was in Houston. He flew back for the play because it was just that epic. And then for my second play, Bette Antoinette, I was a lot more serious. I learned a lot. I screwed up a lot from my first play, and I was like, I'll never make those mistakes again.
How old were you for the first play?
How old was I? I was probably 27, 28.
Fresh into the into this is your first play.
First play, and people were like, yeah, like, and you get into it, and you're like, man, I'm this cool director. I'm a director, writer, and producer, and people don't tell you no. But, you just have like the world at your hands, and if you don't know what to do with it, if you're not ready for it, it can all crumble. And I would just pray to, like, Lord, I don't want to mess up because I don't know any better. So I got to get better. I got to get right. I got to make sure my cast is healthy and better, and I have to lead by example.
Mm-hmm. Now, that must be the Leo in you, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your transition from the first play to the second play. Now, all four, did you write all four?
Front to
did you
back.
write all of them, just you, exclusively?
Front to back.
And
All me.
All you. Where do you get these visions for these plays?
Well, just experiences. I mean, I talk to Taurice a lot. I'm inspired by him and our stories, and just people. People are interesting, and I read a lot. I write a lot, and I think of the craziest things and the most taboo things. I'm going to write about it. And it may be weird to you. It could be a taboo situation like prostitution or incest or business or just whatever. And I'm going to write about it.
Who have been some of your inspirations as far as playwrights or directors, or you even have producer as part of your titles?
Yeah.
Who have been some of your inspirations?
Well, I like actors. I like movies. So I like Anthony Hopkins, Denzel Washington. My mom and my grandparents are very influential in what I have going on. And that means a lot, because I couldn't have done any of this without them and their help. So, and then, Studio MIF, he's very helpful. And Miss Hamilton at the CAT Theater, Taurice, everyone that's a part of my circle has made an impact.
And your family, you're close to them. Are they out here No, they're not. So you must have a good communication system with them, yes?
They'll be here for the play.
Okay.
Hey,
the
Mom.
play, which is supposed to be May 11th, 12th, and 13th, correct?
10th, 11th, and 12th.
10th and 12th. 10th, 11th, and 12th. Is that right around Mother's Day?
That's it.
Right?
So kids are in free.
Okay, kids are. What is defined as kids? 'Cause
Well, you tell me.
I don't know. Are you 3 or 2.5?
Kids under 18 are free. People
Okay.
ask, can my kid come? I'm like, well, hell, I don't know, can they? Like, you tell me.
Can you claim them on your taxes?
Yeah.
You can claim them on your taxes, and you got paid for them this year.
Yeah.
Bring the receipts and show up.
Yes. So, so it's at the CAT Theater, and it's going to be fun. And I like to do them around the holidays because it's easy to remember.
Are they all around May or just holidays in general?
May and October. I do 2 a year.
The two. Tell me about the name of this one that she's got coming up. The fourth play is Modus Operandi, the play. We're going to get into that a little bit more. I'm just giving a little bit of background so that our viewers and our listeners can understand you and Taurice and how Lion and Fox is where it is right now. So you guys have done the first play, the second play. What are the titles of the first, second, and third plays?
So the first is
Hidden Triangle,
the second is
Bet Antoinette.
he was the main guy character for that. And the third one was
The third one is
Secrets of the Class Reunion.
Ooh, Secrets of the Class Reunion.
Yeah, I was inspired because I went to my class reunion and I heard some dirt.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to write about this.
How long are your plays?
About an hour and a half. I say 2, including intermission.
An hour and a half, so that's what? So 60, 90 minutes. So are they about 90 pages long?
It's about 60 pages
About
long.
60 pages long. And where did you get your schooling from? You said you had your master's in management,
Yeah.
right? So how did you learn about screenwriting and developing characters and all that goes with that?
I've always liked English, and I tried doing English at first. And then my teacher, my professor, she was saying, you have a good body, but you have like a skeleton. You don't have any skin. You don't have any muscles. You don't have hair and teeth and nails. All you have is a skeleton. So after she said that, I was like, I really have to just not be so vague. So I learned everything as I went. I didn't go to screenwriting class. I had a friend of mine named Ambria who helped me to learn how to write in stage directions, stage blocking. So that way it's easier for the cast to know how to be their character. I want to make it easier for them. That way it's less work on Taurice and I.
Now, your fourth play that you're in right now, what have you learned from the first, the second, and third to take into this fourth to make this the most successful of all of them?
I've learned how to kind of take a step back and let other people kind of take the lead.
A big lesson for a lion.
It is. It is. And I've learned to just to not just kind of let loose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes anything, whenever you hold on to something so tight, it'll slip out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a branch that bends don't break.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta kind of be open and have some rule and some discipline, but just kind of
Mm-hmm.
it'll be what it'll be.
And Taurice, you've worked with Bianca since before she started Lion and Fox Productions. How has her evolution as a doctor, or as a director and as a writer, how has that evolved before your eyes?
Yeah, she's definitely evolved into an amazing writer and director. It is a really good project that she's coming up with, and I'm all the way supportive. It inspires me as well. So I'm going to start writing and directing and doing this, following the lead. You know, she's a good, strong leader.
How long does it take you to write a 60-page piece?
About like 5 months, probably 5-6 months. Like the play that our next play, I've already started writing. I haven't told the cast though. I don't want them to be like, oh, I want to be in that one. I'm not going.
GoHAM Radio exclusive right
GoHAM
there.
Radio,
Okay,
baby.
we've
The
got
fifth
another
play
one
coming up, baby.
Ooh, another one in the mix.
Already.
Number 5.
Already.
And so when you're writing it, what keeps you stimulated, you in the zone for these 5 months?
I don't try to do everything at once. You can't. You just do a little bit by little, and every day,
Scene by scene?
Yeah, or just thought by thought.
Okay.
And then it may sound crazy, but eventually it's like a puzzle. You put that there, then you put this there, and then you put that up there, and eventually you have this masterpiece, and you're like, damn. That's what's up. And it takes a while, but it's a beautiful process. To write is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Now tell us about the fourth one, the fourth play that you have written and directed and that Taurice has casted for you. This one is called Modus Operandi, the play. Tell us about how the idea, the thought process in developing this play.
Well, if you remember, I actually did in Studio MIF, I did a radio interview, and the name for MO was actually Grave at first. But I felt like it was so elementary. It didn't intrigue me. So I heard Modus Operandi, and I felt like it fit because everyone has a method. You know, everyone has a pattern to their behaviors. And that's the way that we form our relationships, our work ethics. And some people, it's fatal. So I was in a point, I was kind of in a dark space when I wrote Modus Operandi. And I was in a very dark space, and I just had to write it out. And then towards the end, I kind of saw the light.
Now, tell us about this this play. You have 5 cast members. Are they all? You say you were in a dark space. Are they all a piece of you?
Absolutely. Every character I'm in every single character.
Do you feel that you've taken away any of those characters with who you are now out of the dark space?
Yeah, that we found the light. I can see the light. I can see the light. And then, you know, when people come to the play, they'll also see that too. Like, you know, because it's not about where you end. I mean, it's not about where you begin. It's where you end up at. So a lot of times, and you start in a bad place, but it can end better. And so yeah, the cast is amazing. Taurice, he picked the cast. He did a really good job.
Taurice, can you tell us a little bit about your specialty casting? How did the casting process go about? How did you put the advertising up for it? Or did you ask these individuals specifically? Because we're going to get ready to interview the cast, but I want you to be able to open up the cast. And how did you choose each one of them individually for their parts?
Right, so
you can hold the mic if you feel comfortable.
We have an audition. We set up an audition.
Was it here at Studio MIF?
No, actually it was at the CAT Theater.
Which is where the play
will be at.
And CAT Theater, that stands for?
Community Actors Theater.
The Community Actors Theater, and that is, where's the address of that? 2627 54th Street. All right.
2625 54th.
Okay.
On College Grove and
On 54th Street. All right. Now tell us a little bit about the auditions.
So when the cast comes to the auditions, to the,
How did you put up
these
your
actors,
auditions anyway?
we set it up on social media. We
Okay,
did social
through
medias.
your Instagrams, I'm
Instagram
assuming.
and Facebook.
Is it the Lion and Fox Instagram? Is that where?
Yes.
So tell them what that is. So if they're looking to be a part of your future plays, what is the Instagram for Lion and Fox Productions?
Lion and Fox Productions, plural productions, because there's more, baby. Okay.
All right, so Lion and Fox Productions, plural.
Plural.
Make sure you're following them on Instagram so that you can be aware of any upcoming auditions they may have, because this is where they put this one. So they put them, the casting call up there on the Instagram and their social media, Facebook. You had the auditions at the community theater, and then what happened?
Well, we have several individuals that showed up, and she writes an amazing script. So the script pretty much speaks for itself. So the job is easy for me once I see the cast and see who I can blend into those characters and make it pop, who I'm entertained with, who I want to see on the stage. So when they come out, it's, we have them read the script, coach.
Is it an excerpt that you choose, or that Bianca chooses, or that you guys choose together?
Well, we come together to make the final decision.
He has a lot of. He's very influential, and sometimes I push. I tell him what I want. Like for example, you'll see the two, the Carla and Marla, the two sisters. They have to look alike, because it's not going to make sense if they don't look alike. They have to look alike. So I told him they have to look alike. So he picked people that looked like their character. And sometimes I was like, I don't know, Taurice. He was like, trust me, just go with it. And I'm like, this don't work. And
This is the fourth one, though.
It
Bianca,
always
you got to
works
give him a
out.
little bit of credit, right? The
it
fourth one,
works
he hasn't
out.
done you wrong.
It works out. She's a gifted, God-given talent for writing, and I have a gifted, God-given talent for judging characters. That's just something that comes natural. So pretty much the process is easy when we work together, and it's just been us two. We started just us.
Yeah,
she writes the play. I was like, oh, yeah, let's do this, and we've been doing it. We had a few people fall off, and we just pick it up from where we left off, and it really comes out really amazing. Once I pick a good cast, and I can see that they are, going to take it serious, and it's always a good project at the end. And we filmed 2 of the projects, Hidden Triangle and Bed Internet. I made a acting debut on Bed Internet.
Okay.
I became a
acting
professional.
Debut.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it was fabulous.
Now tell us about the actors, because we've got Carla and Marla. Then we have Adams. Then we have their significant others, Spinnard
and Blythe.
And Blythe.
And we have Sheriff Ronzell.
Sheriff Ronzell.
And
all right.
It's a very sinister story.
Can you give us a little bit a rundown of the play so that we can get our audience engaged in what they're about to see, and then we will bring the cast on.
Yes, we have 2.
Do them a good justice. You are their casting director. Introduce
Yes,
them.
we have Spinnard, who is a character, a young teenager.
Why don't they come out? As he introduces them, why don't you guys all come out in character, and you can just stand right here behind them.
Yes, Spinnard. We have Spinnard coming to the stage. We have Spinnard here. He is a teenager.
He
is very influential on becoming a murderer.
Right.
And next we have Marla.
That's good, fam.
We have
And
Marla
this is
here, played
Marla
by
Adams,
Kieran.
right? Marla Adams.
Marla Adams.
Okay, well.
She's the mastermind.
Come
She's the brains behind the operation.
Okay, Marla's the brains. Marla is the older one, right?
Yes, the older
You are
sister.
the one who is the hospice nurse.
No,
You're Carla.
Let me
look. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna hear you guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
There's you can however you feel
Next we have
comfortable.
Carla, played by Chinua.
Okay, come on.
And that is the sister. And I guess killing runs in the blood because she's also a killer. She catch a couple bodies.
All right, killing them.
And then we have Blythe,
welcome.
who also becomes a killer. How you doing, Blythe? And we have Derek, played by Derek. We have Sheriff Ronzell.
He was in the last play.
He was in the last
Sheriff
play.
Ronzell, and the
actor.
third play, right? The last. All right.
Absolutely. And
All
this
right,
is
now
our
you're
cast.
able to get the whole cast in. So this is the cast for 2019's Bianca Hutton, Taurice, Lion and Fox Productions, Modus Operandi, the play. Yes. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to interview the cast exclusively, find out why they decided to even come out to act, what they feel about their character. Do they feel like their character is flowing into their personal lives? We'll see. Are they starting to get these sinful feelings when they go home, when they're on Instagram and social media? Who knows? So
who knows? We're
going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got the cast of Modus Operandi. We'd like to thank Bianca and Taurice and everyone at Lion and Fox Productions for giving us the opportunity to find out more about this awesome play. Now, this is going to be May 10th, 11th, and 12th.
That's right.
Give the last plug for it.
So May 10th, 11th, and 12th, Mother's Day weekend, 7 p.m., CAT Theater. Tickets can be purchased at the door. Bring your kids. The kids are free. You're going to be inspired. You're gonna feel like it's okay, and everything's going to be all right in the end. Modus Operandi.
See you there, and shout out to GoHAM Radio for doing this interview. Appreciate you.
Of course, fam. We're here for you.
Thank you. Hi, world. I'm Bianca Hutton and
Taurice Washington
of Lion and Fox Productions, and you are tuned in to GoHAM Radio. Ow!
Holla.
Huh.
This has been a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.